Flames are cool. Here we are, we're back. We're gonna finish up the flamethrower kit. I'll link a link to the first part right here, I think. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. But we're about to see the Camaro breathe some flames. And at the end of the video, I'll show what it looks like at night too. So let's go. The plug wires they give you are quite long, so I trim them up just a little bit. I still give them a little bit of slack so they don't like tear or come undone if I hit a bump, and zip tie everything nicely under the vehicle. The boot that slips over, it's got like this pointy thing inside of it, so you just jam the end of the plug wire into the boot and you turn it until it stops turning and you're done. And since I'm not welding the plugs into the bung, I am just using Loctite and making sure that it's secure with that washer. I taped the washer to the backside of my wrench, and I'm precariously just holding it in place while trying to screw the plug in. Not the easiest thing I've ever done, but not the worst. One of the tutorials that I watched on YouTube had a father and son doing this to their old classic car. Maybe the son was like 5, 6, 7 years old, and the dad had him put his little baby hand holding the nut inside the exhaust, and his son held the nut while the dad, you know, tightened up that spark plug. I thought that was epically genius, and trust me, if I had seen a small child walking around in the neighborhood, I definitely would have paid him to hold this nut for me. I know adding this heat sleeve is, it's silly, I know that, but I had extras, and I just wanted to do it, you know, so sue me. It's my heat sleeve, but I'm sure I'm gonna get roasted for this, and that's fine. Since the spark is confirmed, that means I've got it wired up correctly. I've got everything, you know, ready to go on the underneath side of the car, so I can go ahead and start putting my plastics back in. I don't like it when my plastics are out. It gives me heebie-jeebie feelings. I always feel like I'm gonna lose one of these big plastic screws, and they were like $8 each, and of course by the time I had the car, I think my dad had lost all but one of them. There was this little light, the trunk light, and I'm telling you, I've burnt myself on this little light bulb more times than I want to admit. It will light up for a split second, and I don't want the battery to die while the trunk's up, so I'll go to pop it out. Instant scorching of the fingers. Just beware if you ever want to grab it with your fingers. Don't do it. That's it. That's the little scorcher right there. I'm surprised it hasn't caused some kind of fire yet. Knock on wood. Why did I say that? Alright, starting with the placement, you see I put them on the outer sides of the exhaust. They're about 8 inches inside. I loop the wire above the exhaust, and I did use a lot of zip ties, and then it feeds into the cargo space. So it's very far away from the gas tank, of course. Nothing in the cargo space but a sweatshirt. And that's on both sides. There's that one, and there's this one. There's a grommet in the center, but it didn't fit super tight, so I put some RTV around it just to be secure. And I can sleep at night. And then don't make fun of me, but I did put a just a heat sleeve on this too. I don't know, I just wanted to. So it kind of protects the plug wire a bit. And this is not welded in, it is just, you know, secured with some Loctite and a nut. And that's fine, I can weld it in another time. This is the other side. Again, heat seal, heat sleeve, and then it's into the cargo area. I think you know that your life has really taken a turn for epically exciting when finding the perfect piece of black plastic to make a switch plate is like the highlight of your year. I found this plastic on Amazon. I had worked with thicker plastic before, but it was really hard to cut, so I got this plastic. It's like, I think, a 1/16 of an inch thick, which is perfect for the purpose, and the purpose being just to cover up the pre-existing large hole in the dashboard little bezel where I'm going to mount the switch. Once that hole is nice and snug, I get some JB Weld, and it's that wonderful plastic glue. You mix it up, I put it on the back side of that little cover, added it to my bezel, and I took it out back to spray paint. And then I had a piece of vinyl, and I just patted the top of the bezel with that vinyl, and it added like the perfect texture. So I was stoked on this little makeshift bezel that I completed. It just felt good, like making something that was just, perfect for that purpose. I was on cloud nine. I can't even explain how excited I was about this. All my wires have already been run from the trunk through the side of the panel all the way up to the front of the dashboard, and then I've already got my wires from the engine bay run through the firewall. So I'm just looping everything under the steering column and cleaning it up with some zip ties, and then pulling the wires through that little opening on the dash where I'm going to wire it to the switch that the kit came with. So the wire that's coming from no voltage goes to the top terminal of this push button. So it's the terminal that's closest to the red button. The other wire, which is your 12-volt hot wire, connects to the bottom of the terminal. so this is the dashboard bezel, and it already had a hole in it because my dad had installed a kill switch many moons ago, but the hole was too big, so I got a piece of plastic, laid it on top, cut everything out. You can't really tell. Look how nice this came out.
Wow. Yeah, it's fine.
Said the man who uses zip ties to attach his bumper to his car. There's a trick to it. It's not just as easy as like, you know, pressing a button and the flames come out. It's actually a little bit tricky, especially because my gauges don't work, so I can't even see like my RPMs. But you're supposed to rev it to a good old high RPM. I'm just going based off of sound. It sounds high, and then you press the switch. It cuts the ignition, dumps fuel, and the plugs are ignited by the switch, so it cuts the spark to the ignition system, lights up the sparks at the back. I'm probably doing a horrible job of explaining this. Just read the manual. It's going to tell you how to do it or how it works. So once that fuel dumps in, those plugs light up, it just lights them up and boom, 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 boom. Okay, so what really happens is when you press the switch, it momentarily cuts the power to the ignition, and it supplies the 12 volts to the spark plugs, which are mounted in the exhaust. This results in the unburned gas air mixture passing through the exhaust, and it ignites into a blue and orange blowtorch type flame, which is just super cool. Really cool stuff. Who doesn't like fire, right? Flames are cool. 3, 2, 1. That's it. We're wrapping up the flame job. I highly recommend it if you don't have flames. Get the flames. I want to do it to my other cars, but just like I don't want to do it right now. I've got other projects I have to I have to get started on. I still have a lot of projects left on this Camaro and many, many more projects coming up. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Back when I was a kid, my dad took me to this place. It was like a, really cool auto parts store. I forget how far away it was, but I was a kid, right? And my dad didn't really buy stuff for us, but he bought me a t-shirt, and it was a Mr. Horsepower t-shirt. And then he bought a sticker for his car, this 91 Camaro, and he put the sticker on the side of the car. And when he got home, my mom like ripped him a new butthole. She was like, "Oh my God, you put a tacky sticker on your car? Why would you do something like that?" And I think he removed the sticker. I don't know what happened, but the sticker's gone. But anyways, it's kind of a, I thought I'm gonna put a new sticker on it. I don't know why I haven't. I think because they're like $27 for a sticker, and I just haven't ordered it. But then I also have the same, I have the same tattoo, Mr. Horsepower here. It was red and it was yellow when I first got it, but my skin kind of, I don't know why, but it just doesn't hold color, and I also didn't take great care of it, but it just spit that out, and I just don't want to retouch it because I kind of like the vintage look of it. So anyways, yeah.